Ever had your estranged baby daddy knocking on your door at the middle of the night? Well, my sim has. Welcome to my channel. I'm Sasha and this is a Growing Together Let's Play, and we are in the reflection era. Comment of the day goes to my friend Amanda Plays. Amanda says, I love this episode, Sasha, and I'm obsessed with Malak. She's the cutest little baby ever. Every time she was on the screen, it was cuteness overload, lol. Yes, Malak is the cutest baby ever, for real. Thank you so much, Amanda. Amanda is a fellow content creator and she makes amazing builds and let's plays, and she had a current household which turned into a let's play too. So yeah, she's absolutely amazing. I totally recommend you to check her channel out. Enjoy. What the hell, Norman? Above all the times to stop by and meet your daughter, you chose to come by at an odd hour? Let's just listen to what he has to say. Norman says, Angela, how have you been? Angela's like, okay, like, where have you been? How are you? And Norman thinks of that answer. Where was Norman for the last year and something? Let's go back to when Norman moved to Sulani after him and Angela broke up. At the time, Norman spent his time working a lot, but he had a couple of girls on his roster, and they were kind of like, why are you working? Let's go out. And Norman was like, I'm so sorry for just working. I'm just so busy here and my work is asking a lot of me. And they're like, you need to live life. And he's like, yeah, I'm living when you're here. Like corny stuff to get the girls happy. And he was dating multiple Sims when he was in Sulani, okay? They would bring him cultural food, he'd get the drinks, they'd have at-home dates, sometimes he'd take him out, but I do think that might have been his weird way of coping with not being in a relationship with Angela. But Norman had a trip to Del Sol Valley, and that's when things changed. He saw a bit of a party lifestyle, letting loose, having fun, and he liked that. He liked when he was drinking and having fun. He doesn't get to do that a lot. I mean, his thing is women. And it was nice for him to just socialize and stuff. I mean, yes, he was going out and partying with Angela when they were together, but he never got to have it like for him. He was just going for her, if you know what I mean. And he wanted to go to the VIP section. He wanted to live it up. Come on, it's Del Sol Valley. He tried to bribe the security guard, and they were like, yeah, you got the money. I mean, why not? At this private VIP section, the more Norman started going out, the more he got comfortable with this sim, Vanessa Jung from Del Sol Valley. And he would just smoke, and he was really noobish. He did not know how to smoke like that. Like, he barely ever smoked. But Vanessa was making him feel comfortable about it. She was like, yeah, you could smoke, listen to music, just relax, feel it. Del Sol Valley, it's illegal to just do this stuff, but of course it's nice at the clubs, certain restaurants that allow you, but no, don't be doing it in public, other than your home. And he was like, oh, I like your tips. And she's like, oh, I know you're a player, I see you dancing with the girls. And he's like, okay, maybe I was just having fun, but come on, if you had fun, I wouldn't judge you. She's like, oh, you that kind of guy? Oh, I know you want to kiss me so bad, Mr. Norman, but that's all you're gonna have from me. And he's like, whoa, like, I'm having butterflies. Who is this chick? That's how he's feeling. And he tried to get her info. They went on a couple of dates. And with time, Vanessa started to trust him, and he's like, oh my God. I think he was vulnerable, like, about having the butterflies. And I think that's what she was like, okay, he's charming, And they started to have like somewhat of a routine. And he stayed in Del Sol Valley for 2 months. If you don't know, he stayed in Sulani for about what it felt like 3 to 4 months. So yeah, Vanessa and him were just having a lot of fun. They go to cafes together, the movies, museum dates, and she just talks about how she wants to level up in her career. And he's leveled up, but like, he understands where she wants to get to, and they really are compatible. She is very ambitious, and she makes him think, and they have a lot of it was really interesting watching them together. And this one morning she was like, I'm going to work, you could stay behind. And he's like, yeah, I have to make a couple of calls anyway. And Norman's boss calls him and his boss says, "You are behind with your work. It's been 2 months. What is going on? I know that you said you moved to Sulani, and we were like, okay, we're cool with work from home, but I think you need to come back to your home city, San Myshuno, and come back to the office. Work for home environment is not for you. And you're just doing the bare minimum, and we're looking to lay off people, and you might be one of them." And Norman, that news broke him. He's a workaholic sim, so like, yes, was he relaxing? I mean, it was the first time he's relaxing, and now he's getting in trouble for it, and he knows he has to leave Del Sol Valley for good, what it feels like at least. And what does that leave him with? Vanessa. Are you sitting the same place I left you this morning? And he says, "I have to talk to you about something." And Vanessa says, "You could always talk to me about anything. What's going on?" And she's just trying to make him feel comfortable. She could tell he's tense and sad. And he's like, "I need you to hear me out. My work says that I'm not performing as well as I used to, and I have to go back to my city." And she's like, "So are we doing long distance or something?" And Norman's like, "I know we just declared each other as boyfriend and girlfriend, but long distance is not gonna work between us. I'm so sorry, and you know it, and I know it." She says, "Oh my god, I need a drink. I can't." And so she grabs a drink, and he's like, "Please forgive me." She says, "I can't forgive you. I probably would have done a long distance for you. I mean, I know I said long distance doesn't work, but I feel like our connection was better than that." He's like, "I know, but maybe somewhere down the line we're gonna get back together." And she says, "It sounds like the way you're talking to me, this is very much final." And he says, "I'm so sorry." She's like, "I know, you put your work above everything, and I respect that. That's one of the things that I like about you." And he says, "One day we might just be able to be friends and laugh about this." And Vanessa says, "I don't think this is a laughing matter. Just put my key on the counter and leave. I can't do this, and finish your drink, whatever. I don't really care. I'm going to sleep." And he was so sad. He left her place, and he was like, "Wow, I have to go back." Like, this was the first time in his life that he fully enjoyed himself. And he was like, "Why does this stuff happen to me? Now I have to go back to San Myshuno, to my old apartment that I let sublet." And now he like told the person they gotta go, but he gave them the money for for them to find another place and stuff. And when he moved back to his place, he's like, "Ugh, flies, like, oh my god, the downgrade. I need to move to a better place. Why was I so lazy? Why didn't I just pack my bags and properly move away? Like, what is wrong with me? Now I have to just like I feel like I'm settling. Like, I'm too good for this. I'm too handsome for this." And I mean, not saying the San Myshuno girls aren't that cute. Like, they're the cutest, but like the girls in Del Sol Valley, they're just different breed. That's what he feels. Norman was in a funk, and he just needed to get out of his routine, so he decided to go to the art gallery and just enjoy a different environment. But then there was a sim that distracted him. A cute girl in a red dress wearing a sun hat. I mean, I know it's summer, but what's going on with her? And so they start chatting, and she's talking about how she needs to make some content for her TikTok. And oh god, it's so cringe because it's like hard to film yourself, and I don't know if people are gonna think she's cringe. And he's like, "I don't think you're cringe for doing that. That's okay. I mean, I was familiar with sims who had to do content for a living. Look, that's your job, and you have to make yourself feel comfortable. I could help you with that if you want." And so they just started looking at art. And he helped her sometimes if she needed some help with the camera. He was just very nice. And this sim really needed a friend, and he needed a friend too. He's starting over again. He had his old friends, remember, the Tucker family, and they're not friends with him anymore. So it's like, he was kind of an introvert, so he has to start all over again with a social life. He's only friends with his coworkers, but again, he's just starting back, and he's kind of cringing. Like, he thought like he was so much better than them, and that he didn't need to go back to work, and then now he had to face it. Like, you could understand, it's like that vacation sadness feeling going back to work. Basically, that's what happened to Norman. But of course, I don't think he's gonna tell Angela this. This is just basically like when Angela asked him the question, where his mind went. You know what I mean? So let's go back to the current timeline. Norman says, "I played a game, but you played a better game." Angela says, "I am too sleepy for your riddles. Why are you here?" Norman sighs, "I'm here to beg for your forgiveness and ask you to allow me to be in Melak's life." Angela says, what's the sudden motivation? Norman says, so your parents coming to my house to humiliate me wasn't your plan? I guess you kept your word after all. Angela says, yeah, I wasn't too happy about that either. Honestly, I just wasn't ready to deal with you yet. Norman says, see, you weren't neglected by them after all. Can I meet her? Angela's like, not now. Come correct. Okay, because you coming in here at odd hours like a robber, like take my number down and do this right for the sake of your daughter. Norman says, I just wanted to say you chose a really pretty name, Malak. I kept saying that to myself all week. Angela's like, oh, Norman, flattery won't get you anywhere. Norman's like, well, you know, it has in the past, but I just want to ask you for your forgiveness. Angela says, I'm trying to keep it civil for the sake of Malak, but you don't know what I've been through for the last year. You have to explain yourself one day to your daughter for how you treated her and her mother, and I don't plan on forgiving you. Norman says, fair enough. I work a lot of hours to make the money that I have, and I just was free, and that's why I came by. I apologize for coming at these hours, but at least can I see Uni? Haven't seen that dog, and I really just miss her. My schedule is so much more worse, Angela. I hope you understand. I'm not trying to be malicious to you by coming by at these hours. Angela's kind of over it at this point. She just wants him to say hi to Uni so he can leave. Norman says, you're being a good girl, right? Oh my god, I miss you so much. Angela says, okay, that's enough. And he says, thank you for allowing me to see Uni. I really miss her. I have not gotten a pet. You know, work is worse, like I said. And Angela says, yeah, I understand. You've said that a lot. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by. Can you just leave? I am sleepy. Like I said, I was dozing off. I'm not in the mood, and I don't frankly care about this conversation anymore. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I could tell you were always like that, sometimes a little moody when you were sleepy. And, you know, she's like, well, we don't know each other like that anymore. Just contact me for our daughter. Other than that, I'm good. Goodbye, Norman. Angela was just really tense. He really came by. It was just like not the right time. And I think also Norman was kind of like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have drove all the way from Newcrest to San Sequoia. I should have contacted her. Wow, that was not a good idea. That was so impulsive of me. I didn't even tell Aaron, I'm so sorry, I'm not here yet. I'm on my way. She's like, where the hell were you? He's like, I'm on my way. Thank God that's not Angela's problem anymore. Angela says to herself, oh my god, that was weird. I need to go to bed right now. It's the next morning, and I want Angela to do some writing for like a column or something, because I just feel like she's excellent in her work. She just needs to negotiate a bonus, and yeah, she just needs to write the column for the day so that she doesn't get lower in her work. I want her to get another, raise. Why not? Like, she's really breezing through this career too. Like, look at her thinking about work. Ooh, and she's stressed AF. Angela is triggered from the lifestyle she currently has, but I do think it's also Norman and how he popped by last night. Angela asked her brother Byron if he could help out and take care of Malak, so I just queued some stuff up for him so that he could give her the bottle, make sure he changes her diaper and stuff. So yeah, let's just have him do all of that while I have Angela continue her work. Even if she's moody, hopefully it does not show up in them columns, because she is, like I said, trying to work to be an art critic. I don't know if it's her life passion. Like I said, I know painting is her kind of thing right now, so we'll just see where her life goes. Like, I kind of am interested in seeing her do, just what makes her happy, but like, I'm also not gonna be annoyed. Like, not every sim is fully like known what their path is or something, so I kind of like that she's just exploring different things and giving her the freedom to do so. So like I said, painting is her number one. It's her heart and it's in her soul, but I think that art critic meets somewhere in the middle, like I said. So yeah, I was just checking her aspiration, her stuff. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm excited for her. Like, I am excited for Angela's future for sure. And yeah, like literally she wrote, like she woke up, she's like, oh my god, I was supposed to write. Like, she wrote now she's doing her morning routine. She's gonna be the one to cook breakfast, because like if Byron's taking care of the baby, like might as well have Angela cook, right? And then there's Malak. He already put on an outfit for her. Aww, so cute. I think Angela is gonna make like chocolate chip pancakes because it's the weekend, right? And her brother's staying over, and I feel like that maybe that was something they used to have when they were kids, and I feel like she probably already had like the batter ready or something. So let's just act like she might have pre-mixed it, and then, you know, it was just sitting while she was writing the article, okay? But yeah, there's Malak drinking her bottle. So cute. And then her brother was thinking of doing his homework, chatting with an old friend. He was just thinking of like some really cool stuff. And I was like, you know what? I want to honor that. But yeah, she's already, you know, flipping them chocolate chip pancakes. She's like, ooh, I don't feel like doing dishes. But you know what? I might do the dishes, you know. Y'all notice that Angela's a little bit more leaner. Like her clothes are a little bit looser. So she might have to do some shopping soon. Oh, Malak texted her. In my mind, she's like, happy weekend. Let's just say that. Yo, those pancakes look so good. I want them. Little boba, y'all. Granny's cookbook. Oh, hey, Byron. Welcome downstairs. Oh, Malak's gonna sit here. I'm so used to her laying down when you put her in the playpen. And no, now she's a big girl. And she sits like up. Wow. But yeah, I'm going to have him have his breakfast too. He's like, oh my God, it smells so good. What, Angela? You're cooking that before work? She's like, don't worry about it. So he's like, look, I'm going to wash the dishes. She's like, thank God to herself. Like her brother is so amazing. Ooh, she's thinking of the color yellow, Malak. That's her favorite color, y'all. Angela is thinking, should I tell my brother what happened last night? Does he even know? So she goes for it and she tells him everything that happened about how Norman stopped by, and the brother's like, no effing way would he just knock on the door like that. Like, I know mom and dad said that he's gonna probably contact you. She's like, right? Who does that? And oh my God, that was so weird, bro. He's like, I'm so sorry, sis. If I was there, I would have definitely told him to leave the house. She's like, yeah, no, I know you were sleeping and stuff. I love you. And he's like, do you love me, or are you just saying that? Like, that's the response in the corner. I was laughing. I was like, why is he so cheeky? But yeah, they're just chatting. She's like, okay, take care of Malak. Please give her some bottled food and take her on a walk. Give Uni a walk. Play toys with her. Do all that important stuff, please. It's like, yes, of course, you don't have to worry about that. I do all of that stuff. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. Oh, she got the notification. It's time to go to work in an hour. So I'm like, you know what? If it's already like an hour left, let's just have her play with Malak and Uni for that last hour before work starts. And, you know, Byron's just thinking about that conversation. And, you know, she told him, don't tell anyone, please. And he's like, of course I won't. I'm going to keep it between us. They both have the I love you moodlet too, which is so cute. I just love that my Sims could say I love you. It's from a mod by Kara Sims if you want to download it yourself. Notice how Malak is thinking of her mom. Oh my God, she's perceiving so much things. She's so smart. And look at her first teeth. Oh, I love that Angela just gets to have these moments with her family before she goes to work. And thankfully her brother gets to babysit. So I guess what I'm gonna have is Byron go ahead and have a family walk, kind of what Angela does, you know, because Angela didn't get to do it today. She was kind of out of her routine, right? So I think it'd be nice that Byron gets to have the, you know, the walk with them and just enjoy Angela's neighborhood, because he doesn't live in this part of town. So he is familiar because like this is where the recreational center is for the city. He's a cute little uncle. It's a couple of hours later, and this is Zuri's, you know, Byron's crush. So she stopped by, and they were just chatting. She's sad, and I was just really curious, like, why was she feeling this way? So what I found out was that she was on her period, and that's why she was feeling that way. But I feel like she's just kind of like, you know, like feeling this conversation out. And you know what? I was like, Byron, you have to do this straight up. So I had him confess his feelings to her after, of course, she feels better, because I just felt it would be way more authentic. And then Angela came here. But yeah, I was like, girl, Angela, stay outside. Let him confess his feelings. And she accepted it. Look how, oh my God. And he had a whole moodlet about it. And then she invited him to the concert that night. Y'all, they're just so adorable. And she's like, I can't wait to text my moms about this. That's so cute. And he had the deeply in love sentiment. Like, I knew he was feeling this way. But the fact the game told me this too, I'm just gonna have to hold myself back because they're the cutest. Like I said, Angela's back home. I'm like, girl, did you just see what happened? But she didn't. So I'm like, okay, say hi to Uni. And Zuri's like telling her mom's like, Mom, can you believe it, Mom? Like that, like, oh my God, he finally told me how he felt. Like, I knew that's how he felt, but like, like, you know, she's just really happy. And I'm really happy for Byron and Zuri. So yeah, she's just taking care of Uni. Like, Uni, oh my God, what is this outfit my brother put on you? Oh, it set me, but you know, I thought that was very funny and very colorful. So, you know, she's wearing a fun outfit. You know, Byron's like, I picked these pajamas for you, sis. And she's like, oh my God, these are like old stuff like I just keep because, you know, for memories. And he's like, I know, but sis, wear these fun outfits and let's just have fun, you know? And then Zuri texts him, like I said, she's going to tell him to go to the concert. And she reminded him of that. So I was like, ooh, I can't wait for him to go. But yeah, Angela's just making sure her skincare is good. But Uni was eating trash. And I was like, you have to lecture Uni, give Uni a bath. I feel bad. But like, you know, this is kind of how her life is. Like, she just has to balance all this stuff on top of, you know, working and all this stuff. But thankfully her brother's there. Like, he really helped out a lot. Bye, Byron. Have fun at your concert. Angela's waking up Malak because, you know, she wants to give Malak a nice bath. Just because, like, she already took care of Uni. Like, might as well both of them have their own little thing, you know, tonight. So, yeah. So she's like, Malak, time for a nice bath. And Malak's like, bath time, bath time. I mean, she didn't say that, but, you know, let's just act like, you know, she knows what that means. So, yeah. So cute. Angela's playing with her. You know, I love that she gets to play with her before she goes to work and after. And I think that, you know, Malak definitely can't fully tell where her mom goes in the day, but when she reappears, it's like she never left kind of thing, you know, because she's just so happy. And I told y'all that Malak has the sunny trait and she has a little babbler quirk, so she's just very talkative naturally. It doesn't even matter if it's words, she'll just say the whole time. It's just so cute. So, you know, she was really hungry, so Angela felt, you know what, let me just feed her while I'm here. So then she was like, okay, let's go to bed right now, it's pretty late. So, you know, she's wearing a bee outfit. Like, y'all know her favorite animal is a bee, like bzzz, you know. Look, bumblebee. Angela's little bumblebee. Malak. Good night, Malak. Good night, Uni. Aww. Good night, Angela. And y'all already know Byron out. It's the next day. Angela's calling her sister Daniela. Daniela is surprised by the call. She answers and says, wow, you're calling me? Angela says, I'm still mad at you. I wanted to handle that Norman stuff myself, and everything is unraveling. He just stopped by randomly like a day ago or something. Like, how did he track me down? Daniela says, wait, hold up, explain. Angela fills Daniela in on everything. Then Daniela was like, oh, wow, he's so grimy. I just wanted to make it easier for you. And Malak, I'm so sorry. I should have told you we went there. And, you know, I'm so sorry, sis. I really am. Angela says, it already happened. I forgive you. I can't hold any more animosity inside me. Can we change the subject? Daniela says, I mean, you didn't even tell me. How was that Brindleton Bay trip? Grandma mentioned you had a guy there. Angela says, he's just my friend. Remember, I met him at Auntie, you know, Brit's wedding. And Daniela says, don't remind me. Auntie Brit had to get married at the busiest time of year. Lord. And then Angela says, yeah, plus it's her husband's son. And then Daniela says, oh, so that's just your friend? Angela's kind of like, what? She's like, Auntie did try to set us up. And Daniela says, and how'd you feel about that? So then Angela now wants to change the subject. She says, how's your guy? Daniela says he's crazy about me and I'm crazy about me, so we have that in common. Angela says, Daniela. Daniela says, put my niece on the phone right now. Oh my God, she's so adorable. Wow, she's growing by the day. Look at that bumblebee go. Aww. And she's so right. Look at Malak. Oh my God. It's just still surprises me that she could sit up like that. And, you know, I'm going to be working on her crawling. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I need her to crawl by the end of this episode. But let's follow Angela for the next day because Sunday was a regular day. So let's just follow Angela after work on Monday when she goes to the paint blushers. It's Monday around 5 p.m. After Angela's work, she went directly to the recreational center where the paint blushers meet. Today, it's paint something out of your comfort zone. And so Angela decides to paint a comic. And oh my god, Miss Batista showed up. Nice. Ooh, look at Angela go. She's really talented. I think she's, if not maxed out that skill by now. Like, I'm not sure honestly, but she's eaten. And yes, Bonnie's little sister Brendy is here. She drew like an animal, which I guess she doesn't really draw often, so I thought that was really cool. Brendy says, have you thought about that paint and sip? Angela says, it does sound fun. Brendy's feeling a little bit like, you know, do you really want to go, Angela? I feel like you're not really into it. Angela says, it's not that. Wait. It just occurred to Angela that her best friend isn't in class today. Like her friend Leonie. She's not here. I need to make a call, Brendy. I have to go right now. But yes, I do want to go. And Brendy says, well, I'm moving to San Sequoia in a few days officially. Like I have been, you know, found my apartment. I'm moving my stuff in. I'd love to see you. And she's like, yeah, sure. I'll stop by. She's like, you're such a great friend, Angela. I'm so thankful. So Angela goes to the bathroom to call Leonie. Leonie says, sorry I couldn't make it to class. My husband heard art class and mentioned the word divorce. Angela says, that's terrifying. Leonie says, right? I'm sorry. He just sometimes gets emotional and dramatic. Angela says, is there any chance that we can meet up tomorrow? Or even later today? But just don't tell your husband. And Leonie says, sure. Is it okay if I come today and bring the kids in like a bit, like right now, like, you know? And Angela says, yeah, of course, let's meet up at my place. So Angela is going to go back to her place and, you know, prepare some blankets and toys for the kids because she has twin toddlers. Angela prepared everything. She changed her clothes. She welcomed her friend Leonie. She's like, oh my god, Leonie, you're here. How are you doing? And Leonie's like, oh, I'm good. I'm sorry. You know, I needed to get out of the house anyway. And I think the kids need it too. Aww, her brother was babysitting while she was in the paint blushes. At this point, like, maybe I should just be moving him in. He's just so sweet, always there to help his sister. Leonie says, how have you been? Angela says, I'm good. She's like, I don't know if I was dreaming, but... Leonie's like, what? Angela's debating if it's a good time to mention Norman's random return to her and Malak's slave, but there's another thing that's on Angela's mind, distracting her. Angela says, I forgot. I have to confess the truth. I was a stupid teen who wanted what's best for you, and I want to apologize. Now that Leonie knows the truth of what happened between Angela and Zorro, Leonie says, he always said that you were jealous of our relationship. Angela says, I am sorry. Leonie says, it makes sense why he didn't want me to go to art class or get annoyed every time I mentioned you. Thank you for telling me everything. I'm not gonna act like I'm not her. It's gonna take time for me to want to talk to you. Please respect my space until then. Here's the cute setup. Angela got blankets, toys. Y'all know the Bumblebee toy is probably Malak's favorite. And the little, you know, Walbert, I think that's what it's called, like the city's mascot. Yeah. And then there's the twins. This is Leonie's children. Their names are Arya and Ash Matthias. Their father's name is Zorro Matthias. So yeah, y'all are the ones who kind of helped me with some of these names for The Sims, by the way. Fun fact. Here's a closer look at the kids. They're so adorable. She's playing with a Bratz Sasha doll. And here's Ash playing with a sheep. So yeah, I have like sheep toys, bees symbolizing the series, you know, for fun. Angela got them cookies, by the way. She bought it before like she came back home and she served it on a plate. They're so cute. I thought this moment was so sweet. Look at little Ash. She was about to cry. You know, she's a little moody. It's time for her to go to sleep. And the kids, it's time for them to leave. Angela said goodbye to Leonie. And it's time to put Malak to bed. You know, it was nice seeing her have some guests. I know that she plays with her infant auntie. Oh, sweet dreams, Malak. Angela's thinking about that conversation with Leonie. Like, what if Leonie never talks to her again? I know that, like, their friendship meant a lot, like, especially when they were younger. But now that she's older, like, what if it's just, like, she's like, you know, that's my man. Like, oh, well, you know, y'all are from the past. Like, I'm gonna cut you off in the name of, like, being with him or something. I don't know, like, what's gonna happen. We're just gonna have to wait and see what updates to see from this couple. But yeah, Angela's doing like a bit of her nightly routine, just washing up, making sure her skincare is right, blow drying her hair, making sure everything is, you know. I feel like since she doesn't put as much makeup as she used to, she's been in her skincare bag. But then I see Uni needs attention. Oh, okay. She's gonna have to say hi to Uni. She's like, Uni, you know we're gonna have to sleep. Okay? You can't be this hyper at this hour. Oh, jump. So cute. All right, we're gonna say goodnight to Angela and say hello to the Tuesday. Good morning. It is Tuesday. Angela is walking her dog and her daughter, and she wants to go ahead and visit her mom and dad. Mama Addison says, Angela, you need to keep coming by. Like, I'm always sending the kids to you. I want you to come here, like, girl. Angela says, oh, Mom, I have some news to tell you. Angela's dad says, we know he came to you. And Angela says, he called you? And her mom says, no, his parents did. We know them, not him. Angela's father says, we had to get involved, hun. We needed to know if his parents condone that kind of behavior and look at them rectifying it. Angela says, okay, Dad, I know, but I didn't envision it to be like this, you know? And Dad says, okay, I understand. How about I make it up for you, Angela, and I make some barbecue for you? And yeah, Addison's like, yeah, your dad, his barbecue recipe got so much better. He's gonna make you something on the grill. And Angela says, okay, sure. Here's the area that the father will barbecue outside. So Angela's mom says to her, sorry for not approaching you at the wedding. You are a ray of sunshine and I'm so proud of you, even though I feel like you should finish your degree. Angela says, Mom! Her mother says, I know a cute guy I could set you up on a date with. Just please let me, please. Angela says, Mom, I'm not gonna date right now, okay? And then the father says, oh, hey guys, food's ready. And he's like, already? Like, Dad. Adam says, Angela, come here. I wanted to show you something. And Angela says, okay, Dad. And he's like, hey, hun, do you know we have a workout room in the house? You could come by instead of going to like a gym or something. I mean, look at the equipment. And Angela says, okay, Dad, sure. And if you notice, they're wearing their gym outfits. So they were kind of like already doing their own thing. Oh, he made some sausage and peppers. That looks nice. And of course, Malak's also having her meal right now. Aw, Granny's just the cutest. Oh, my heart. Angela's been getting texts and notification. She answers the phone call. Norman says, can I come over now? And Angela says, I'm out right now, but you could come by like in 2.5 hours. And Norman says, okay. Before Angela leaves, she just wants to check up on her younger siblings. If you don't know, Angela is a middle child. Her and Byron are middle kids. Charlie's the youngest, and her sister Daniela is the oldest. So, I don't know. I just think that it's just so cute, her relationship with Charlie. Charlie is a little bit like Daniela. I feel like they're kind of like a bit, I'm guessing she's nervous about Norman coming by. How realistic of a reaction. Okay. They're playing some rock, paper, scissors. And after that, Angela says, I have to go. I have to pick up Malak. I have an important appointment. So yeah, she's just going to use the bathroom after that, prepare her and Malak to leave. Her parents remodeled their home. Like, this is like, I guess the home that Angela's kind of not used to. She remembers like the old style of the build, like from that flashback from a few episodes ago. It was the kind of the home that she's used to. But yeah, let's go home and see Norman. So Norman's talking on the phone with Aaron. He's like, oh, I'm, sitting here. I'm about to go into the house. Aaron says, that sounds exciting. I know how you've been looking forward to it. Norman knocks on the door. Angela says, "Come in."
What is this, honey?
Oh God. I guess it's because they're enemies. They're just gonna always react like that to each other until maybe there could be some sort of friendly-ish. I don't know, child. I really don't know. I don't fully ever talk to Sims who have enemies. Like, unless they see each other, it's on site. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is kind of different. And look at what she's thinking. She's paranoid. She feels like she's around an unpleasant Sim. But it's time to introduce Norman to his daughter, Malak. He's like, "Hey." Y'all, Angela's so moody. At this point, I'm like, let her just talk to the mirror and have him sit with his baby, and he could sit next to Uni and kind of like maybe reflect also, like, this could have been his life had he not screwed up. Him, the dog, his kid, his girl. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So he's introducing himself, of course, like, "Hey, I'm Norman, your father." And she's so sweet, but like she does make like a little bit crying sound effects. Like she sounds like she's, you know, of course, like, I don't know how to say it in English, like fearful, a little scared, like first time meeting a Sim kind of thing. I know the word in my language. It's like a specific word they say about babies who are scared when they meet someone new. But yeah, she seems like pretty friendly, but I felt like she had more connection with Grandma, Byron, like y'all know all the other Sims, but you know what? She's not crying and being harsh, but yeah, they're just chatting, of course. And, you know, Angela's wondering about co-parenting, you know, because he's in Sulani. And Norman says, "I don't live in Sulani anymore. I sold that place months ago. You know, I was lonely. And honestly, I was supposed to live there with you." Angela says, "You know, I left for a good reason. And technically, you know, you kind of banned me from, you know, Samurai Shuno and stuff in general, right?" Norman's like, "Okay, enough with the technicalities." Angela says, "No, you hurt me and you just want enough of that to me. I won't allow it." Norman says, "I'm sorry." Angela says, "Some sincerity would be nice." Norman says, "So, are you dating? Do I have to worry about some guy being around my baby?" Angela says, "Oh, I don't know what I saw in you. The kind of questions you ask when it's your first time meeting her." Norman says, "Sorry, I should have framed my question right. I have a girlfriend, and she just found out about Malak." Angela tries to hold in her laughter. She knows Norman must have some fake single man lifestyle to this poor woman, and now they aren't even able to live comfortably anymore. Norman says, "You look cute with your hairstyle." And Angela says, "Yeah, but I don't need to hear that from you. After, you know, you said some stuff to me that might have made me feel like I have to change." And Norman says, "You know, I just said that to sucker punch your emotions. You know, I didn't really mean it like that. Just, I don't really care. You said it. You can't take it back. You bribed me. I mean, the list goes on." And it's like, is there any way we could just like move past this situation? She says, "It's gonna take some time, Norman. This is not something that could just be done in one day." And he says, "Oh Lord, time. My parents say this, you're saying this. I guess, you know what? We're gonna just have to send Norman away before he puts my girl into that enraged state, because he's being a little immature. I mean, it's their first time meeting, you know, the baby and all that. Oh Lord, goodbye." I look into the room. I find out that Malak, probably Uni, told her, "Hey, let's get out of here. They're being messy." And I don't know, because I literally was like, "Where's Malak?" And then I see Uni and her like literally trying to fall asleep, because like, what? Y'all, I'm gonna have to put her in her bed. Thank God Norman's out of here. I'm gonna have to vacuum the floor. The dust, you know, is piled up. So yeah, oh my God, what an awkward first encounter. Hopefully the future encounters will be more pleasant, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Y'all, Angela got promoted. She's now an art critic. Do you understand? Congrats. Like, oh my God, I'm so happy for her. Let's fast forward to Friday, because it's a bit of the same old. Angela is at, guess whose place? Brendy. She got her a coffee machine, pizza, drinks. You know, she just moved to San Sequoia and she's living in an apartment. And of course Angela wanted to stop by. Like, hello, she got a support, especially since she said it. And Brandy's like, oh, you're really here? She's like, what do you mean I'm really here? I got this stuff. Everything's good. And she's like, girl, oh my God, thank you so much. And Angela's kind of cringing, like maybe the way she said it, because she's socially awkward and paranoid on top of it. So she's just always overthinking. But, she's like, all right, girl, where do I set up the stuff? She's like, oh, actually, can you come follow me? And I just want to show you my room. I did kind of finish that area up. So Angela says, okay, let's go. Brandy's apartment is cute, y'all, and she's neighbors with Leonie, by the way. So yeah, Angela's like, this is beautiful, this is a good place. And Brandy and her start chatting. Brandy says, thank you for not bringing fruitcake, because that's what the neighbors have been getting me. And Angela says, no, I had to get you some pizza because I know you need to eat food, I know you need a drink, and you need coffee because you're a student. Like, duh. I feel like that's how she's saying it. And basically Brandy was like, my parents and sister are coming by the way, but I'm really thankful that you brought all of this. Angela updates her a little bit on her life, and Brandy was like, oh girl, the drama. And I have some stuff to tell you, honestly. Can I keep it real with you? Angela says, sure. Brandy tells her that she has a boyfriend that's moving in with her, but not today. She just didn't want to freak her parents out, so she's going to be looking like she's moving in first, but like he's going to be moving in with her. And Angela says, well, they're going to know soon. And Brandy says, yeah, I know I should tell them. Angela says, but welcome to San Sequoia, girly. She's like, I know, but uni's starting for me soon, so there's something to look forward to. I guess Brandy's family's here. And of course Angela and Brandy set up everything, and it looks like there's a new girl here. Okay, looks like everybody's just chilling. Pizza, sippy cup, Olive is even here. Oh, they're just the cutest. Brandy says, Bonnie, you brought your bestie here? And the bestie says, yeah, hey guys, my name is Lorelai. I mean, everybody knows me except that girl, which I actually know her. Her name is Angela. And Angela says, you know me? And she says, yeah, I'm familiar with you. I mean, I'm sister-in-law with your Auntie China. And Angela says, what? Auntie China? And then she remembers, like, yeah, Auntie China's husband is a redhead, just like this girl. Oh, she's like, bingo, you know me now. And Angela's like, whoa, like, what a small world. Her best friend. I mean, I did remember Auntie saying that her husband is from Brindleton Bay, that he doesn't like going there. Don't really know why. Something about he didn't like his mom or something. I don't really know. And this Lorelai girl, like, who is she? Interesting. It does kind of get a little awkward between them, and it's just a first encounter, so I wouldn't really take it too deeply though. Here's a closer look at the Winmans, aka Bonnie and Brandy's parents. Olive knows her dad. She talks about him. She's like, daddy this, daddy that. Like, she's just really happy about that. And I think that's so sweet. And I'm happy that Bonnie was able to sort of like, have them meet up every, week once, let's just say. Even though it's not been long since the Brindleton Bay. So I think like he met her already maybe 2 or 3 times. So yeah, let's fast forward to Saturday because Friday was pretty much chill after that. It's Saturday, and Angela has been really trying to work on Malak to learn how to crawl. I don't think you understand this, guys. It took me so long, maybe 100 tries what it feels like. At least, okay, I'm not gonna lie, maybe about a good 15 to 20 times. I had short lifespan Sims do this in 1 try. But for Malak, I don't know, I guess she was just really comfortable with the creep. Y'all, look who came knocking at her door. And soon after, guess who followed? Charlie. Like, Charlie and Channing just autonomously visiting. It's cute, but like, it's so funny and random. But Angela's chatting with him. It's just so cute. Like, this is her first cousin, so I do love that he has like that familiar tie with Angela. Maybe it's just like her energy and her vibe that makes her feel genuine. I don't know, I just think it's so sweet. Obviously, I called his mother to stop by to let her know where they were, because I think they were at the pool. There is a local pool around, so maybe they had that and they were just to ditch the people. So obviously Angela was gonna call her parents and China's like, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna come by right now. So Auntie China stopped by too, and I don't think I record Sunday for y'all, but I just wanted to let y'all know on Sunday they did go to the park together. Auntie China, Lacey, and Malak. There's Charlie. She just came by already. But yo, Charlie, I think she must have like a rebellious stage. She be cussing. She don't care. I'm like shook. Oh, hey, Auntie China. She's like, there you are, Shannon. You need to tell mommy when you're going somewhere. Oh my God. Like, they be acting like they are teens going around the city. She's like, hey, Auntie. You know, Auntie's still pregnant, by the way. She will be probably giving birth in the new year. So I just would like to give you all that info. And, oh, hey, Charlie. How are you doing, hon? Aw, Malak just doing the creep. So cute. So y'all, it's gonna be Winterfest soon, and Mama Addison planned a party and families coming out of town. Oh yes, Auntie Brit's coming, Cicely's coming, Rosalie's coming, Duncan is coming through, Mr. Nico Hess is coming through, obviously China is coming through, her husband is coming through, I think that's about it. Daniela is coming through, she's leaving San Myshuno. So yeah, it's gonna be a big family event. Malak, can you show everyone that you could crawl? Like, she's thinking maybe she just needs an audience, like Auntie China and, you know, Shannon. Aww, she's so adorable, y'all. Put some yellow hearts and bumblebees in the comments for Malak. I love that she loves the color yellow. Like, it reminds me of the yellow Power Ranger. Aww. Oh my God, she just does not want to do it. Like, she's like, let me creep, let me creep. Let me do my little creep walk. But yeah, I'll see y'all for Winterfest. It's Winterfest day, so it's Thursday. I've jumped a couple of days, and the families gathered here. The Esperanza family, the Hill family, the Hess family, the Smallwoods. They're all here today together. Ooh, I forgot to say the Malloy family for sure. Everybody's gathered here today. The theme is Red Party, and the hosts, aka this household, can wear a little bit of green for the event. Duncan finally arrived to the party. He was late and he apologized for being late. He said hi to his father and he's just catching up with Angela. They haven't seen each other since the Brindleton Bay trip. And while they were chatting, from the corner of his eyes, he noticed a sim and he says, "What is she doing here?" Angela looks at the sim. "Oh, that's Lorelai. I met her recently." Duncan says, "You know she's the sim that told my ex to dump me. She's best friends with my ex." Lorelai spots Duncan too. She asks China, "Who's that? I mean, why is he here?" China says, "That Duncan guy is my sister-in-law's sister's stepson. That's what I know according to my niece Daniela." Lorelai asks, "Why is he chatting with Angela above all the Sims here?" China says, "I don't know, but I heard that they met in Tartosa, and Daniela did tell me she thinks that Angela and him have some sparks between them." That's when it hit Lorelai. That must be Duncan's new girlfriend. She doesn't like that Bonnie didn't tell her that it was Angela, and it has been days since Lorelai met Angela at Brendy's apartment. Angela's feeling awkward about this. At the time of meeting Lorelai, she didn't know that she would be at her family event. Not only that, Angela didn't give the identity of boyfriend to anyone. Daniela tried to get information, but Angela has been dodging the questions, which is a bit suspicious. Angela and Duncan have an understanding of using each other's name to say they're dating to avoid the awkward subject, but he knows Angela has kept it a mystery, and he jumped the gun when he saw Bonnie already moved on with another sim. Angela says, "Oh my God, I didn't tell my family anything, and now we have to pretend and then she interrupts them. Lorelai plays it like she already knew it was Angela. She knew Duncan was dating someone according to Bonnie, but Bonnie never really gave her the identity, and I'm assuming because Lorelai is like one of those Sims. Think of like a Danielle, like she's just like in your face like she is right now. So I could imagine, Bonnie feeling like, I don't want, Lorelai being messy and confronting Angela, you know what I'm saying? And then, when they met, it was around her family, so I could just even imagine, Angela mumbles, hey Lorelai. Duncan says, "Yeah, we're dating, mind your business." "Okay, you saw it for yourself. I don't have to talk to you, right?" I mean, God, Lorelai, you're just being messy. It looks like someone in the background is reacting to this conversation. Oh shit! Oh, not mother of eavesdropping, okay? She says, is it true, Angela? You're dating Nico's son? Angela's like quiet. He's also shocked. You know, Lorelai's kind of like, yeah, you guys can say it. You guys could admit the truth. I mean, why hide? You guys, you know, it's just being awkward. And Addison's like, please, Lorelai, let her answer for herself. Angela, are you? Wait, who's knocking on the door? We're not expecting any more guests. Everybody's here. David? This is Brittany's ex. What are you doing here? Why is he so moody? David, what's going on? David says,
damn you, Brittany! What the hell were you thinking? When were you gonna tell me that Rosalie wasn't mine? In my deathbed? What the hell, Britt?
And don't you dare deny it. I got that information from the doctors that Rosalie is not my daughter. Okay, everybody's gagging. Like, what is going on? Brittany's like, what is he saying? No, everybody's gagging. I don't think you understand. No, Rosalie. Oh no, I'm gonna cry. Oh no, Rosalie, I'm so sorry. Rosalie says, what? Addison says, there's no way that's possible. He says, oh, I checked the DNA test. I have proof and I have it with me. Addison says, I won't accept the slander you put on my sister. He says, I have proof. Addison, watch what you're saying. Does he have proof? Find out on the next episode of Growing Together. So yeah, that is the bombshell drop for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. This episode has a bit of a more, longer timeline, and one of the comments that took me out was Lewis, who said, you and your cliffhangers. I hope this one wasn't as harsh as the previous episodes ones. On Saturday, I believe I posted a link to the series, and now I have people who have told me that they've binged the series, and it really mind blows me. Like, what? Somebody binged the series during this time? Like, that's so amazing. Thank you so much for binging. And if you were one of the people and you didn't get to comment it below. I want to put a heart. I want to say thank you to you. I'm really appreciative of you. I really do adore you. Thank you so much. Shout out to the premiere gang. Okay, because I already knew y'all are here watching. I'm putting hearts for you. I better comment a heart too. All this to say, I appreciate you whenever you watch at your own time, whether even if it's a year from now and it's 2024 and you're watching this episode and you're like, oh my god, I'm watching it. Comment it below, like, hello. I'm still gonna try my absolute best to respond to comments. For more information on Growing Together, follow me on my socials. I do post on my community tab that's on YouTube, and I post on Twitter and Tumblr, and I also post basically episode stills. So I kind of keep it a tradition. After every episode, a day later, I like to post photos that just stood out to me in the moment when I filmed it. My god, it melted my heart, and I love sharing it. So check my socials out to see what's the stills for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sasha, and I wish you a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Take care.